The NickEh30 drama is probably one of the dumbest ones I have come across in recent times, and is one of those controversial topics, quote unquote, that really highlights an issue with drama content, as ironic as it is for me to say that. It's one of those issues that shows that anyone who wants to talk about a topic for the daily slop grind will sometimes go out of their way to sensationalize and fabulize the story for the sake of attention and viewership. And for those of you who are unaware, let's start from the beginning as per usual. This individual here named Ark released a video claiming that NickEh30 is a scammer, formatted in the typical video essayist style, complete with a typing and click sound effects for maximum audience impression. Now, diving into the video, you might go in thinking, whoa, this family-friendly PG-13 oriented streamer that cares about his branding scammed someone? No way! I knew it. I knew that all of these family-friendly streamers are secretly horrible people. But the reality is that these claims are drastically insignificant. I don't want to utilize a lot of the video for my point, so we'll keep this quick and I'll summarize what the claims are. In this video, Ark claims that he began donating money to NickEh30 to get his attention and tried to get a sort of cameo from Nick for his own YouTube content. So Arch, or Ark, however you pronounce his name, donates once, asking Nick to provide a challenge for him, to which Nick replies that he can come up with one off the top of his head, to just mention one in the chat and he'll say what Arch wants. According to Arch, he donated again since the stream was on members only, meaning he'd have to pay a grand total of $5 to chat or donate again. So he donated again, a grand total of $2 Canadian per this screenshot of his video, which apparently went ignored. So he donated again to get that sweet, juicy attention he craves, and this was Nick's response back.
Arch, listen, if you have a challenge that you would like me to give you, you give it to me. I don't have any challenge ideas, bro. You're the content creator. You come up with the idea. I'll say it if that's what you want. If you want to include me in the video, please stop spamming, okay? It's not my responsibility to come up with video ideas for you, bro. Listen, like, if I had the idea, I'd be doing it myself. I said that already 3 times. So if you can't pay attention to the stream, like, that's on you, bro. I literally responded to your message.
Now, this just came off as a little rude, and I had sent him like $8 or something at this point.
I mean, Nick isn't even wrong here. You're the content creator. It should be your job to come up with ideas. If he so happened to miss something and you keep bugging the guy incessantly, you shouldn't be surprised that someone gets annoyed, even if you gave the guy $8 Canadian as you claim in your video. Keep in mind, Ark prefaces this entire video claiming that NickEh30 is exploiting his audience for money.
Well, I found out he exploits his viewers for money. How do I know this? Because it happened to me.
And then the final part of Ark's video makes this claim here, which is absolutely idiotic in my opinion.
It felt like Nick was just trying to squeeze as many little $2 donations out of me, repeating things like, if you tell me what challenge. But the fact is, I said the challenge I would have liked him to say in every donation after the first, and he either ignored it or got annoyed. I also do understand I'm a content creator and I should come up with my own challenges, blah, blah, blah. But I did specify in the donation, it doesn't need to be anything that hasn't been done before. It could be a one chest challenge or a shotgun only challenge, but he ignored those parts of the messages. He also said he would be happy to do it if I gave him the challenge, which I did.
Listen, no one is forcing you to give this guy money. You are not being manipulated or extorted or squeezed out of $2 donations. You have agency. You could have literally just stopped donating after the first or third $2 donations if you were unsatisfied with his response. Honestly, there isn't much to say about this entire situation except that it's being drastically blown out of proportion, and people are claiming that this is one of the worst things Nick could have done because he was simply a bit abrasive to someone. Newsflash, moron, literally anyone would get annoyed at this constant pestering regardless of who they are. So to make these claims instead of taking it on the chin and moving on shows at least a level of vindictiveness or spite. You did not have to go to the extent of framing this as exploitative or manipulative or to make the bold presentation that Nick is a scammer. I wouldn't go as far as to say that this individual is being absolutely vindictive or malicious, because honestly, he's probably just some kid trying to fulfill his YouTube dreams and felt unfairly slighted here. So maybe in his small world, he feels justified. And honestly, if he wants to vocalize the fact that he felt that he was unfairly treated, then that's fine. But the real issue lies in the fact that there are these insane conclusions being drawn over what is seemingly 10 Canadian dollars. You can't just call someone exploitative or a scammer if there wasn't any transactional agreement. Nick didn't say, hey, donate $2 to me and I'll do this for you. You donated, keyword donated, $2 with no obligations and asked a question which Nick has all rights to say no to or ignore, regardless of how rude it is for it to be ignored. We actually did get a follow-up to all of this though. Nick did respond to this video, sort of, and Nick crashed out, as many are saying. Here's the clip in question.
1.3K views, 1.3K views, 2.8K views, 2.3K views, 106,000 views on this video right here. You see that? And that's, I can guarantee you, bro donated like $10. I can guarantee you he made 100 times that amount with this video right here. Bro's going on like it's about the money. Bro was just a rude, toxic, hateful individual, bro. Like, he was so passive-aggressive in his comment, and I hate people like that, bro. I will never respond to you, and I will never unblock you. I hope you know that. Because you are just a rude, spiteful individual. And not only that, you weren't looking for content from me, bro. You were looking to make something like this. I could tell with your donations and the way that you were antagonizing me with that, okay? And I think the views speak for themselves. Oh, look at this. You not a single video over 10K views here, and then you do a video on me over 100,000 views. You clout chaser, and you made way more than $10. So go show that to your community. Go show your ad revenue on that.
Now, to be clear, there are some people on the internet saying that Nick overreacted, that this was not justified. He didn't have to put this our kid on blast. But honestly, if things are being claimed of you that aren't even remotely close to legitimate, such as being an exploitative scammer, I feel like this is an appropriate reaction to have. Ark made a response to that response as well, claiming that Nick was lying about him, but honestly, that was also another poorly framed attempt to smear Nick further. Realistically, everything Nick said here was entirely from his perspective, so to claim that you were being lied about by Nick is just a straight-up incorrect misframing of this entire situation. Moral of the story is, if you're going to make videos like this, you need to measure the extent of how justified your criticisms are, or if your claims even have any validity. Overall, this is a relatively pointless drama. Here's your explanation for anyone who wanted one quickly. That's all I got for today. Later.